Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm joined by Michelle Smith. Marketing to marriage is what we were talking about this morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank
How are you?
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. I'm so looking forward to talking about this very important topic. So marketing to marriage. Let's go a little bit into your approach to dating. It's kind of different, and this started due to your own personal experience being a very successful professional. Give a little bit about your background and what really brought you to this aha moment of I need to focus probably on a relationship a little bit more than I am.
Yeah, so my approach to dating and relationships is very different than most other dating professionals, shall we say, because my background is all in corporate and professional marketing. So I had the opportunity to go on this round the world business trip where I was building marketing plans and working with companies all around the world. At the very end of this trip, ended up in Paris on my birthday. It was pretty cool. And I'd traveled by myself a lot before as a single girl, a single professional, but it was kind of one of those aha moments where I woke up on the Champs-Élysées, Marriott, overlooking beautiful Paris, view of the Eiffel Tower from my bedroom window, and then I just had kind of this moment where I was like, I'm in Paris on my birthday, the most romantic city in the world, completely romantically alone. And it just kind of was one of those moments where I was like, how did I get here? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? And I'd had a lot of fun as a single person, but it was kind of one of those moments where I wanted to officially kind of like take some action and make change happen. And that's kind of where it all sparked, and I'll began there.
Very good. So let's go into that a little bit more. You talk about your background in marketing, of course, and how that kind of assisted you in developing this sort of plan when it comes to dating. How does that work, and how do you transfer those marketing skills to the dating scene?
Right. So it's really interesting when we have like a major goal in life, whether it's to lose weight or get into school or whatever it is, there's usually a plan in place. You can Google it, figure out, well, how do I do that? You can't Google how do I get married and find a plan, right? Actually, I should probably
you could probably market that really well.
Work on that. I'll work on my pay-per-click. But but there isn't really a plan. You know what? You hope. You pray, those kinds of things. You leave it up to the universe. You just wait. No, the same kind of principles of action apply to our personal lives as well. But a lot of people are like, well, what is that plan and how do I follow a plan? And my experience was, well, businesses have a system that they follow for acquiring and keeping customers. And that includes marketing, sales, and customer retention activities. And so when it comes to, well, where do I start? How do I build a plan? Well, that's what marketing is. Marketing is kind of the strategy element of acquiring customers or acquiring leads, if you will, from a dating standpoint. Well, how do I meet people? Well, we need to start with marketing.
So in terms of marketing yourself and utilizing these skills, give us some examples of, or maybe someone that you've worked with or even yourself, of ways that we can specifically better market ourselves.
Well, in marketing, you have to start with the product. If you don't have a product to offer the marketplace, there's really no point, right? So as individuals, you have to start with yourself as well. And you really have to answer those hard questions of, well, why am I single? And you don't have to come at it from a negative standpoint, but you do need to take responsibility for the product. You need to get to know it. You need to get to know the strengths and the weaknesses and what it is you really have to bring to the dating marketplace. Because if you are just kind of like hoping and wishing that somebody will love you, you're not really getting to know yourself and feeling passionate about what you have to offer. So it's one of those things that you have to, the place that businesses start first and that you have to start first is with the product and really understanding the product and what it has to offer the marketplace.
I love
the dating marketplace.
There we go. It's all business too.
It is all business.
And I think that might help you kind of really approach it in a more realistic manner, because like you said, it in very real ways, it's about the product or being able to kind of cater to that type of demographic or that audience that you might be interested in. So share with me, if you could, an experience kind of that exemplifies what you're talking about. We're talking about this product. What are some things that I can do to help this product? You know what I mean?
Well, I think first and foremost, you have to evaluate how you feel about yourself. Because I think a lot of the times we date because we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be lonely. We feel lonely, especially on Valentine's Day. All my single friends out there, you're feeling it. That's kind of single awareness of why am I single, all of that. And the reality is that you have to reach a place of contentment and passion for what you have to offer. Otherwise, you're always going to be trying to force somebody into your life to make makeup for what you lack. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I recommend an exercise I call passion for the product exercise, where you really kind of look at your life and as a whole, and look at the different aspects of your life, how you feel about yourself physically, how you feel about your career, your financial life, your family life, and your love life, and evaluate how passionate do I feel, how satisfied am I about my life in these categories. Because if you have gaps, you're going to try to use somebody else to fill those gaps, and
you need to be more of that a wholer individual to be able to offer.
And to be clear, you don't ever have to kind of reach this level of perfection.
Yeah.
No product is ever perfect. If you have a smartphone, your apps are always updating, right? Well, the same thing applies to us as individuals as well. We're always updating. We're always on the next iteration of working and improving ourselves. So you don't necessarily have to reach this point of, I got it, I'm perfect, I'm like rocking in all these life categories. But you do have to reach a point where you're not compensating. Where you're not trying to I'm going to throw myself into my career because my love life sucks, or I'm going to overdo it in the financial or in the physical field or even the spiritual field because I feel like I'm lacking in others. So when you are kind of that whole person, thus, like a well-rounded product, if you will, then you have something to offer the marketplace that you feel passionately about. And that's what's most important, because if you, I have a new baby at home, and so I spend a lot of late, early mornings feeding her, and the only thing that's on at that hour are infomercials, really. And I apologize to my husband if there are a few things showing up in the mail pretty soon. But what makes somebody a really effective salesperson when you're watching those infomercials is that because you believe them. You believe that that this product is going to save the world, that it's going to, shine your car, wash your shoes, and cook your meals, and they communicate that passion, that belief in it. And you as an individual have to be your best salesperson. You have to convey that passion for the product. So that's really where you have to start.
So we've talked about mostly the dating aspect, like creating that product for those who maybe are already in a relationship looking for ways to kind of sustain that. Maybe kind of round up quickly, if you could, what's an idea that we can help us this Valentine's Day to kind of show our significant other that we do care about them. We want to sustain what we have, and we want to improve upon it.
So once you are in a relationship, you enter the customer retention portion of the stage that businesses go into, and businesses aren't in the business of acquiring customers and then sending them away, getting rid of them, slapping them off. They really want to keep those customers, and they do that via customer support and customer service. So look at your loved one, think about how you can support them better, how you can show service to them, especially today. I know chocolate and flowers are really nice, but what's something that your significant other could use from you in a form of service or support that can really convey your love for them? Very
good. I like that. It's about service, I think, at the end of the day, those actions that count. Very good. Well, how can we get more information and help from you directly? There are some great ways we can do this.
So to help you kind of gauge how you feel about yourself and to really understand your personal marketing style, I have a quiz on my website called Your Personal Marketing to discover your personal marketing style. People can go to either marketingtomarriage.com, or I have a specific website for Park City TV, michellebarnumsmith.com/PCTV, where you can get that quiz and get started. There's a free training that goes with it.
Very good, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Thank you for the tips that you've given to me and to our viewers. Hope you guys found something that will help you this weekend or throughout your relationship. We'll be right back after this commercial break. We're talking about the Park City film series.